a literally paradise stopping place. Right, I'm going to put my SimonClayton2020.com. I don't know why. There's lots of traffic. I'm going to link it to my real lovely, even if failed Odyssey, but it's not a failed Odyssey. I've got some really good thinking and riffing done. Anyway, 3 or 4 years ago, I said to the few, well, mainly one, just about intelligent enough acquaintance in terms of the political, but everything's politics. I can't go down that pathway because of politics. I said to him, when you have nobody left to vote for anymore, that's when you leave a country. There is nobody to vote for. The Greens are an absurd joke. I've written a certain amount of material about them, and I'm going to write a lot more. But for a year now, I have no axe to grind, because everything that I encounter, I use as a kind of sounds like a using word. No, I do things dual purpose. I do something with pure, sincere, energetic activity, often from 5:30 in the morning. If it doesn't work out when you know it should, then that becomes a useful lesson, a chapter in a book. It's quite a good Zen place to be. A year ago, pretty much exactly a year ago, I popped by the office of Hereford Liberal Democrats, and there was Lucy Herds and Sam Potts. We spent 90 minutes talking. I had my recorder on because you cannot trust anybody in Britain. Anyway, but with pure, sincere intent. Since then, I have spent about 300 hours of my life spreading out. Her, although she had the decency to admit it, she'd more or less copied it from Ross on Why. Fantastic, only possible river saving policy. I've riffed that out face to face to 50, 60 people, sometimes with slight risk to myself, because her policy, I've been riffing it out 2 miles down here in a place called Gweek. Just a few very, very carefully, could I trust this person? Because if it were a place, it probably isn't. But if it were a place to establish a designated river bathing area, it costs people a lot of fucking money who are allowing sewerage into a beautiful little creek. It's risky. You get hurt, particularly as a man, particularly if you're known to be, unfortunately, a lone operator. Anyway, Lucy Herds and Sam. Now, in the year that's gone past, I've had half a dozen phone calls, and Lucy, they're meant to be a supporter of me because Lucy Herds and Sam Potts, leaked the material to Panorama that went into the Panorama a year and a half ago. A national programme that showed the disgusting fucking Nazi behaviour of that council, one of many. But forget that. I've had half a dozen discussions, probably more with their office, sent emails, tried to get through on the pathetic Liberal Democrats' communications arrangements to 3 or 4 surrounding councils in that area. I thought, okay, I'm going to speak to a few people just to see if they want to establish a few of these around here. Went to a council meeting. Actually, I had to give my name, unfortunately, and then spread it out to a few people here. I have found a few younger people who enthusiastically might take that forward. which probably has to be start with things like petitions and that sort of thing. But yet again, every single email over 1 year to any Liberal Democrat has never been answered, particularly when in the first line it says, just to be sure, can we check your spam systems, blah, 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 just send a word of acknowledgement. And then I phoned up and I've sent via different email accounts just to make sure they're getting a coffee. No, they can't even answer a fucking email. And call a week ago. Hey, Lucy, and everything's recorded. No one can get me done for slander. Lucy, could you just find a Liberal Democrat? If I call London, they give me an out-of-date. They Google and find a number for Truro that I've already called and it's discontinued. That's how pathetic the Liberal Democrats are. Every single fucking communication that a political party, which is a club, and we've got an election that could be in 9 months, it could even be 7 or 8 months. Every single communication you get as a business, you have to harvest. Anyway, Lucy, can you just find me some councillor down here who will call me, speak to me, because your organisation never, ever responds to emails. I mean, this is for years. They're a shambles. And this region is meant to be where they're going to get more votes to re-establish themselves in the next election than any other region. We know this. This is like obvious. It's a super hot topic. It's apparently, I'm told, all on the Facebooks after I mentioned, sort of slightly publicised, sewage going into a fucking creek there. And that children were there playing. Just like in Clun, I've got photographs and film of that. Okay. Well, I need to put those up. Anyway, so Lucy, can you find us a councillor who just is a bit green? And that councillor can get political cachet if I put these youngsters in touch with them. The youngsters will do the work, inquiring and perhaps even publicising the fact that we could have some designated river bathing areas. Yeah, I'll do that. You never get a fucking call. There is nobody to vote for in Britain. Let's be crystal clear. Why did I turn the camera on? Oh, yeah. So, it's time to put... Not that I care. I don't know if there's any point. Probably turn up more negative than positive. I'll put a link on simonclayton2020.com to my real, enjoyed, kind of bizarre... No, it's not bizarre at all. It's all jolly good. Thomas More, who wrote Utopia 505 years ago, I haven't had the time to finesse it. Because I get my time wasted by the Lucy Herds. And they're all, oh yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, a lot of them. It's just, they're a fucking joke. You know, every single one of them. For God's sake, a vote for the Liberal Democrats, I'm afraid, is a total and utter waste of a vote. There is nobody to vote for. There is no alternative to... Right. Da-da-da-da. That's it. I need to get out of this country. It's a quasi-fascist state of toxic wombles and Teletubbies. And Lucy Herd's last campaign, she's not standing again, but just what a joke. Pictures of her with cake. Yeah, sums it up. Now, but, you see, I care that I'm not thought some mean-minded, mean-spirited. I totally and utterly, even having seen her campaign prior to 2019, just like, what a joke. This is all we had. And I'd been trying to arrange strategic voting, getting that constituency to stand down, and that one where there was hope, Powys, Brecon and Radnor, that constituency. Let's have the Liberal Democrat there, who had been in the 6 months prior. I tried to speak to the Garretts and people like that who had some influence. No, nobody can think. But, yeah, seeing the most absurd campaign ever, I have good faith. Finding a fantastic scheme, the only scheme that symbolically may save the rivers, put in a new kind of symbolic, yes, we can do it this way. I put everything into it, totally and utterly in total good faith. And yet, your gatekeepers, the people who sit in their offices, who have a website and a name and a phone number, they're just utterly useless. I've had half a dozen full engagements with half a dozen Liberal Democrats, official Liberal Democrats, since encountering this great scheme. Not one of them ever return a call or anything like that, or carry on if you've had a conversation with them, they never follow through anything. I mean, there's, without a doubt, you could even say there's 2 or 3% votes swing if the Lib Dems could, say, because it's a big subject around here. The pollution is known in the seas, the rivers. It's on the media. Hey, a politician is trying to do something. Right, helicopter coming over, I got to turn off. But it's like, just votes for a non-Tory organisation. I don't think Labour do very well down here, so there's votes for them. And yet they do nothing. Total acedia. There's a lot of them.